Hey everybody, this is Josh with aquapermapolyculture.com, and this is the first issue of a series of vlogs that we want to shoot to show that abundance and home food production is possible even in the most mundane and common of spaces. If you're anything like me, you might get frustrated because you don't live on acreage. You don't have access to the type of land that you might want in order to produce food. But this video and ones following it are aimed to show that food production is possible, sustainability is possible, regardless of where or how you live. It could be in an apartment building, it could be on that acreage, but it could also be, as we have here, in suburbia USA. So what we've done here in Marlton, New Jersey is convert an ornamental landscaping pad into this lush garden, which I created with the help of my young cousin Yehuda. And Yehuda and I are going to walk you through some of the plants and some of the vegetables that we've been able to pull from here. So Yehuda, tell us about some of the vegetables that we've been picking. Start with these tomatoes.
Well, these tomatoes are pretty much the star of the garden. They are the first things you notice when you look at the garden, and they are well, this tomato plant grows one of the largest food supplies in this garden.
And what we did yesterday, this is an indeterminate variety and takes up roughly 1 square foot of space. And you can see we have lots of ripening tomatoes. I don't remember, I believe that these are beefsteak varieties. And what we did yesterday, in order to create a little bit of airflow and sun penetration, was a hard prune. So any plants, any leaves that looked a little bit diseased or that were forming below the lowest fruit cluster were pruned. Another thing that we're doing in this garden is letting things go to seed. So it's very important, if you're interested in true sustainability, to save a few of your crop plants from harvest and allow them to go to seed. And what we have here is seed pods forming. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Seed pods forming on radish plants. And we're also allowing some of our black-seeded Simpson lettuce to go to seed, and anything else that we might use in the future we're allowing to go to seed so we can collect it for further use and further sustainability. So as my young assistant is demonstrating, we have been successful in getting some pretty great zucchini and cucumbers as well as tomatoes from this garden. And here's one of our crown jewels. Now this zucchini admittedly is a little bit big. Ideally you want to harvest it a few inches shorter, but again, if it doesn't taste that good, it's not a loss at all. We're still learning from this spot, and we'll collect the seeds from it and compost the rest of it. So there's no waste. What we're trying to do here is, of course, produce food, but also minimize our waste and maximize the potential of our land. So this is the the zucchini plant that produced the zucchini that we just showed you. And leaves look big and healthy. It's covering up a lot of ground that is suppressing weeds. So again, we're planting species of plants that have multiple functions. It's getting a little bit big. It's taking up a lot of things, but we're not doing a lot of weeding. We're not doing too much pruning. We did do the tomatoes, but we're trying to let nature take its course here and see what does best. We don't believe in row planting. We don't believe in having neat little areas of crops, because that's not how nature works. We're planting things sort of willy-nilly. We're everything is a polyculture. We're broadcasting seeds everywhere, and we're seeing what takes.
It's only as nature intends.
It's only as nature intends. We're also getting a pretty steady harvest of banana peppers, which are coming in nicely. Again, they're kind of competing with very heavy feeding plants like these curcubids around it, but we're still getting a decent little harvest, and they taste really good. So I came over here to show you some things that were not working in this collard green, but what we found, and it's just such a nice way to demonstrate how nature appreciates this type of gardening. Here's a stick bug, and it's not coming in perfect focus, but again, just to show the type of biodiversity that is attracted to plots like this. What a cool animal. And when you have plants and plant communities that are stacking functions, that are serving multiple purposes, the natural world responds. So there's definitely evidence of pests, and that was part of the reason I came over here to begin with. But then you also have an influx of beneficials. Plants, rather insects and other animals that will keep that pest in check, and also perhaps help to pollinate other plants. And part of that pollination is the reason that we've had such success with plants like the tomato, like our cucumbers, and like our squashes.
That's stick bug. I don't like it.
So in conclusion, we're very proud of this garden, not only for what we can eat from it, but also because of what we can learn from it. This type of garden patch is possible in so many spaces. Most of America probably lives in a situation similar to this one, and in an area that was formerly dedicated to really non-useful ornamental plants, we've transformed into a food productive, abundant area in which we work with nature rather than against it. Yehuda, thank you for helping me with this. It's been really great to watch you learn. It's been really great to help you understand how these plants grow and how to grow them. And I hope that this video helps other people recognize what is possible in their own land, in their own space. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great day.